It is Wednesday, the 18th day of January 2023. Glad to have you here with us tonight. Let's keep you updated on all that has taken center stage in the country, across the neighboring borders, and beyond. My name is Odida, and these are the highlights. Two people reported dead in Juja Dam as NTSA records increased road accidents in 2022. Kisii Law Court to start baby Junior Sagini's case hearing in March as suspects throw blames. Nakuru County Government dissolves Naivasha Level 4 Hospital Board after patient dies of negligence. And Azimio maintains opposition leader Raila Odinga won the 2022 election as Chebukati exits power. All right, Samuel Kelo is our sign language interpreter tonight. Let's get right into it. Statistics released by the National Transport and Safety Authority (NTSA) shows increased number of deaths due to road accidents compared to the 2021 statistics. NTSA report says that pedestrians have remained to be the most vulnerable road users, with 1,682 deaths in 2022 and 1,557 in 2021, as Joseph Mutunga reports.
Increase in the number of deaths in the country due to road accidents in 2022 has caused alarm in the country, with more than 1,000 increase compared to the 2021 statistics. Main causes being careless driving and wrong overtaking. Report released by NTSA shows that out of the 21,760 people involved in road accidents, 4,690 people died, 9,933 people were severely injured, and 7,137 people were slightly injured. In 2022, a record of 1,135 more deaths were recorded compared to the 2021 road accident statistics. 1,255 border riders died, and 1,692 pedestrians died. National Transport and Safety Authority has advised drivers to be very careful while driving and ensure adherence to the road rules and regulations. NTSA says that passengers have the right to raise their voices and speak out when drivers overspeed to reduce the increasing cases of deaths due to the careless driving. NTSA has told citizens that it's their responsibility to get involved in reducing road accidents. During a press conference with the Ministry of Transport, Cabinet Secretary for Internal Security Kithure Kindiki had promised to work together with the Cabinet Secretary for Transport Kipchumba Murkomen in ensuring that the rules and regulations that are set to guide road users are followed to the latter. In addition, Murkomen proposed cameras to be installed in all highways and in roads around Nairobi to monitor and arrest drivers who misuse the roads.
Further, NTSA should issue a road safety compliance checklist for members of the public and PSV sector players to keep them in know on what is expected of them. To this end, I urge members of the public to report incidences of lawlessness and reckless driving to the police through the hotline 911. Remember, usalama barabarani ni jukumu letu sote. Let us all work together to keep our roads safe.
Drivers and road users have been advised to follow the rules and regulations while using roads, and most importantly, observe road signs to avoid collisions. For any who shall be caught misusing road rules shall be subjected to the rule of law. Mutunga Joseph, KUTV, Nairobi.
Police in Kiambu County are investigating an incident where two people, a male and a female, died after their car plunged into a dam in Juja. The victims were reportedly relaxing inside their car, a Nissan X-Trail, when the unfortunate accident happened. The rescuers managed to locate the car and they recovered the bodies, which were later taken to General Cargo Funeral Home. Speaking at the scene, Murero Ward MCA said that there is a total of 5 dams in the ward, some of which are dangerous and should be fenced for safety. The identity of the victims has not been revealed as investigations are ongoing. A partial pre-trial conference on a case in which baby Junior Sagini's eyes were gouged out at Ikuruma Village, Marani Sub-County last month started in a Kisii Law Court. Senior Magistrate Christine Ogweno has settled on March 2nd as the commencement date for the trial. Justice Ogweno also granted a request by Kisii County government to limit media coverage, arguing that it infringes on the rights and interests of the 2 minors set to actively take part in the proceedings. Baby Sagini will remain under the care of the Children's Department, while 3 suspects return to prison until March 2nd, when the matter will be up for hearing. Nakuru County Government has dissolved the Naivasha Level 4 Hospital Board following complaints of negligence and poor governance. The board was sent packing following an uproar from the public regarding the delivery of services that reportedly led to the death of a mother on Tuesday, January 17. At the same time, residents of Naivasha on Tuesday blocked the road leading to the facility to protest the death of the 23-year-old who had been admitted to the facility for 3 days. According to the family of the deceased, the woman was allegedly abandoned by the doctors who left her bleeding for hours after delivery. Samuel Maura, the county secretary, confirmed the move, stating that it was part of the restructuring, adding that Governor Susan Kihika will be appointing new members.
So we are here to address the issues of service delivery in this hospital. There has been a general outcry of service delivery in this hospital for the last close to 2-3 years. And in the last 1 or 2 weeks, there has been an incident where the community has had an outcry. So we would say that the issues have been there, but they have culminated on an incident. So I want to assure the public and the community that we are working very hard to make sure that this outcry has been there is resolved and there is a smooth service provision to the public.
Azimio la Umoja One Kenya has differed with President William Ruto's sentiments that IEBC conducted a fair election. Jubilee Party Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni has today reiterated that Azimio One Kenya leader Raila Odinga won the elections. Kioni has alleged that there is a report released by a whistleblower in IEBC which shows that Raila triumphed over Ruto in the August 2022 general elections, stating that the opposition leader will address the matter once he gets back to the country from South Africa.
There was leaking, and what was eventually presented to Kenyans and produced the name of Samoei Ruto was far from the truth. When we went to the Supreme Court, our main request was that servers be opened.
Senate Speaker Amason Kingi has recalled the House for a special sitting tomorrow, where the main agenda will be consideration of the IEBC amendment bill that seeks to change the composition of the selection panel that oversees the filling of vacant positions in the IEBC Commission. The bill is sponsored by National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah and was passed in the House in 2022. The debate on the bill comes at a time when 3 commissioners have already left after the expiration of their tenure. 3 others resigned and 1 is suspended by President William Ruto. The former commission's chair, Wafula Chebukati's 6-year term in office lapsed on Tuesday. During the sitting, William Kipkemoi Kisang, the senator-elect for Elgeyo-Marakwet County, will also be sworn in. The House is in its long Christmas recess and is expected to resume sitting on February 14, 2022. Migori County Assembly has ironed out emerging issues that resulted in the Monday morning chaos that led to the injury of one nominated member of the County Assembly. Deputy Speaker Matthews Chacha and a host of other members of the County Assembly said that they have ironed out the issues that simmered in the Assembly.
A consensus was finally reached between the aggrieved Migori County ward representatives and the Assembly leadership after the skirmishes and ugly scenes of violence were witnessed during a special sitting in the Assembly on Monday, January 16, 2023. The situation attracted the attention of Migori Governor Ochila Yako, who intervened and broke out for order.
We want to tell people who want to take advantage of what happened yesterday. In the Migori Assembly leadership, from the executive and the county assembly, there's no wrangle, there's no difference.
The MCAs who accused the Assembly leadership of mismanagement of the Assembly affairs, abuse of office and intimidations, lamenting that the situation has exposed them to the wrath of the unforgiving electorate, who accuses them of absconding their duties and neglecting them, lauded Governor Ochilo of quick response to restore sanity.
You know, Honorable Ochila Yako is our governor, and we are strong supporters of Ochila Yako, and he's our man and he's our leader. But when you have done wrong in the assembly, don't rush to Ochilo's office to go and manipulate the information and give out wrong information to the governor.
While addressing the press, the Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly, Matthews Chacha, and a host of MCAs affirmed that they have addressed the grievances that simmered in the Assembly, further absolving Governor Ochilo from chaos that marred the plenary on Monday morning, where MCAs disrupted the sitting.
And we are here to confirm that we've agreed that we'll have frequent consultative meetings with the Assembly, so that in case there's any other issue, we don't find ourselves in a situation like where we found ourselves yesterday.
The MCAs who utterly commended the swift move to seek solutions to the disagreement amongst them promised to work collaboratively with all the county management agencies for the betterment of their county. Kumu Modaki for KUTV Primetime News.
Pastor Dorcas Rigathi and the Inspector General of the National Police Service, Japheth Koome, have agreed to partner in offering rehabilitation for police officers in their line of duty. Pastor Dorcas expressed concerns over the rising cases of mental issues, not just among police officers but among Kenyans. Speaking after a meeting with the IG in his office this morning, Pastor Dorcas said that her office is committed to offering rehabilitation to police officers involved in drug and substance abuse. She also stated that the police are largely included in her agenda to ensure a dignified national police service and strong families.
This idea is encouraging. When we now also recognize the fact that the boy child requires help, because out there is overindulgence in alcohol, the drug substance abuse. So, Asante sana, Your Excellency.
The other one is the chaplaincy, where we can have counseling and psychologists coming into various institutions so that we can be able to see how we can speak into their lives. We can be able to counsel them so that you get a person out of hopelessness and give them hope.
All right, it's 1:15 the top of the hour. We are taking our first short break here at Primetime News. We're coming back, so stay tuned.
So now, our platform has been made in such a way that it's very, very simple to use. Our interface is very simple to use. If you need to make a call, it's just a simple call button and the call goes. If you need to receive a call, it's just a simple answer button and you're able to answer. So we made the solution in such a way that it's easy enough for even myself to explain to my grandma back at home. So that is one of the things that we fully focus on. Ideally, one of the biggest reasons why we actually decided to build this in Africa is because of support services. So even before we let you start using the software, we have a short implementation period where we help you do the customizations.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design, with branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa. Our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Approximately 1 to 800 infants are born with Down syndrome in Kenya. Down syndrome is a condition whereby an infant is born with an extra chromosome.
Down syndrome is a genetic disorder which is basically caused by abnormal cell division during just immediately after fertilization.
You can follow this conversation on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health and also on Facebook, and Health Focus on Instagram.
Things you know are right. Nothing worth the gain you attain by sudden flood. Don't you know that I still care for you? Me flip flop got me needing more and more of you. Gonna be the one to catch you.
Far East, welcome to the empire. Far East, we call it find true love. And you will see what your love has done for me.
Difficult because them ignorant and I one alone I get and I go live another life. Telling them again but I know in a device. Life no get chance too often. But out some of the sadness and invest in a laughing. Time you take a stress, lifetime passing. Tell them so you love them for your sin.
Sasa ni bora zaidi, mwanzo mpya, mambo mapya. Msimu mwingine wa Boresha Kilimo unakuletea teknolojia ibuka, kilimo mseto, uongezaji thamani. Teknolojia dijitali ya mauzo inawezesha ufikiaji wa masoko. Soko moko yako, mahangaiko yako ya kufikia masoko yamefika kikomo, manake tunao Mkulima Yangu.
What Mkulima Yangu does is it connects farmers with the market.
Hii ni Boresha Kilimo kwa ushirikiano na Mkulima Yangu. Atafutaye hachoki na kichoka kesha pata. Kwa makala maalum ya kilimo, ungana nasi kila Jumamosi saa 6:30 kwenye kipindi ukipendacho Boresha Kilimo.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's continue the bulletin. Now, the National Environment Management Authority, NEMA, has warned Narok residents against selling and using of plastic bags. This is after the authority arrested 7 people on Tuesday over the use of plastic bags in Ololulunga area during a crackdown operation in Narok South.
The National Environmental Management Authority, NEMA, is conducting a nationwide crackdown across the country, aiming at ending the use of plastic bags as the nation marks 5 years since the introduction of the ban on use of plastic bags. The authorities have so far arrested 7 people in Ololunga during an operation in Narok South over the use of plastic bags. When addressing the media at Ololunga Police Station, the National Enforcement Director Salome Machua said that markets had contributed to the return and use of plastic bags in the country.
Ni kama Wakenya wamesahau that hizo plastic tulisema situsumike, tunakuja kuwa remind na ku insist na ku ku-emphasize kusishisha that plastics are still bad. The use of plastic is still illegal, imebaniwa, na mtu yule anatumia plastic, uwe ni wa kutumia kwa soko, uwe ni wa kusupply, uwe ni wa kumanufacture, unafanya uko na hatia.
At the same time, the officer warned people who are in charge of markets in the country to make sure that there is no use of plastic bags, or else they shall close those markets.
Chairman of markets, muone watu wenyu. Ile market tutaenda tunakuta makaratasi, tunaifunga, mukae huko nje mpaka museme kubali msitumie makaratasi. Mwananchi wewe unanunua vitu kwa makaratasi, unajua unaleta madhara kwa nyumba yako, kwa watoto wako, kwa sababu hiyo plastic ni mbaya. Ukikula hiyo, ukitumia hiyo karatasi unaitupa nje, ng'ombe zinakuja, zinaikula kama food, ng'ombe zinakufa.
Narok County Director for NEMA Anuel Musago, on the other hand, cautioned Narok chiefs to ensure a strict adherence to the set laws, requiring them to enforce the laws, especially within the Masai Mara Conservation Area, as a way of protecting wildlife.
Pia tutashirikiana na Masai Mara Wildlife Conservancy Association. Unajua ndio kwa hiyo nini is an umbrella body. Kuhakikisha kwamba katika mbuga zetu za borini, whether Masai Mara ama conservancies, hii makaratasi yapatikane.
NEMA says the use of plastic bags has led to an increase in cancer cases and blockage of animal stomachs. Therefore, authorities have stated that the offense will attract a 2-month jail term or a fine of cash 2 million. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Now, over 500 residents of Malindi town are seeking justice over land following what they termed as harassment by an Arab tycoon who is claiming ownership of a parcel of land that they have lived in for over 50 years. The residents are now calling on President William Ruto's government to come to their aid.
Families living in Majengo Shela area within Malindi town now claim they are being harassed and victimized by an Arab tycoon who is always threatening to evict them from the land despite the fact that they have lived there for 5 decades. Those affected have reportedly been occupying the land and paying rates to the municipality all through, but since they do not have ownership documents, they have always been threatened with eviction.
Tunaitaka haki itendeke, maana huyu aliamini ametufanyia paka wazee wetu kikuli, wamekwenda mbele za haki, ni kweli, lakini wakufa kwa kikuli wale wazee wetu.
Residents including elderly men and women say they have suffered for a long time and some of their elders died to stress related to the dispute as they always lived in fear of being evicted. The residents say they have lived at the parcel of land since it was bushy and called Majengo ya Nyani, and the then elders requested to be allowed to live there for a pay.
Tukajenga msikiti hapa akatuvundia, wala si kwake. Tulipomfuata tukimwambia tutalii, anasema hana, sijui iko wapi, mpaka leo anatusumbua.
Kwa sababu ya nini? Sisi maskini, kwa sababu ya pesa. Yeye amejimakini kwa na pesa, sisi hatuna, na hana kithibitisho na hana uthibitisho. Wao mwanzo ni wageni hapa, wamekuja kutokea wazee wetu wasema wao ni wageni, wakaja wakavamia.
The parcel number of the disputed land is 522, and the frustrated residents want MCA Twahir Abdul Karim, MP Amina Mnyazi, Governor Gideon Mungaru, and President William Ruto to intervene as to ensure they get justice and live peacefully. Joy Maina, KUTV, Nairobi.
At least 17 people were killed, including 4 children, in a helicopter crash in Ukraine. The State Emergency Service of Ukraine said, and at least 25 people were injured, including 11 children. 1 child was missing. 9 people, 6 officials from the Interior Ministry, including Interior Minister Denis Monastirsky, beg your pardon, alongside his first Deputy Minister and State Secretary, and 2 crew members were aboard the helicopter, which was operated by the State Emergency Service. All died in the crash. The helicopter, an EC-225 Super Puma, is designed for long-range passenger flights. Witnesses at the scene described a two-story building engulfed in flames and then smoke at the crash site in Brovary, a small city adjacent to Kyiv, the Ukrainian capital. Trees at the playground next to the kindergarten were on fire. Now in sports, National Cereals and Produce Board men and women's handball team tactician Brian Matthews is the new StarTime Sports Journalists Association of Kenya Coach of the Month winner. Matthew beat the likes of Jack Ochieng, Kenya's Tongil Mudu team head coach, Master Ibrahim Mchumba, Meshak Senge of Strathmore Gladiators hockey team, Curtis Olag of KCB rugby team, among others, to bag S-Jack, coach of the month December 2022. He led the Millers to the East and Central Africa Club Championship title after defeating Tanzania champions 24-18 in the title deciding match played in Zanzibar last month.
Really good assistant coaches who we are in sync. So whatever we agree on, even if I'm there with the boys and one is there with the ladies team, things flow.
National Olympic Committee of Kenya President Paul Tergat has been announced as ambassador of the World Athletics Cross Country Championship Bathurst 23 that is slated to tip off on February 2023 in Australia. Tergat, who is one of the greatest long-distance runners after claiming 5 consecutive global titles between 1995 and 1999, will be in Bathurst for the competition. Tergat was also named the ambassador of Kampala World Cross Country Championships in 2017. And the 2022 Sports Personality of the Year Awards Sawyer shortlist has been trimmed to the final 3 days before the event is staged at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, KICC, on January 20th. Last year's Sawyer winners 100 meters star Ferdinand Omanyala and 1500 meters Olympic champion Faith Kipyegon headlined the list in the Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year nominees. Omanyala will battle it out with marathon world record holder Eliud Kipchoge, 800 meters Olympic and world champion Emmanuel Korir, boxer Nick Okoth, and rally star Karan Patel for the award. All right, that brings us to the end of our bulletin tonight. Many thanks for keeping us company. My name is Odida. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Samuel Kelo. Have yourself a good night.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College